Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, January 15th. And the big headlines are another week of pretty decent Michigan winter weather out there. We got snow out there with winter weather advisories for southwest lower Michigan for 2 to 4, maybe up to 5 or 6 inches closer to Lake Michigan. Most of the MAC area, I think, will see 2 or 3 inches of snow altogether by the time it all ends later on tomorrow. And again, this will be a long duration, fairly light snow pattern, but it will be persistent. And that cold temperatures will continue right on through the week, and then we'll warm up late week into the weekend, and we're going to watch a significant storm. Right now it looks like the heaviest snows would be off to our northwest, but again, something we're going to need to keep an eye on. And Sunday we drop below zero. That's our 6th day of sub-zero temperatures here in the Breckenridge area. Saturday you can see we had some pretty good snow showers. You can see where the lake effect begins to kick up over the middle of the lake. And we had a Lake Superior connection, and we brought pretty good snow showers around 2 o'clock in the afternoon across the Midland, Mount Pleasant, Alma, Breckenridge, Merrill, Hemlock area. And again, that dropped a fairly decent amount of snow for the day on Saturday. We picked up 1.2 inches to go along with about the 1.2 inches we had on Friday for a total of 2.4 inches here in the Breckenridge area. And if we look at the climate for yesterday, we had a high of 19, a low of minus 0.2. No precipitation yesterday. Since up to about 6 o'clock this morning, we had 7/10 of an inch of new snow, and we'll update that as of 7 a.m. for a 3-inch snow depth this morning. So far for the year, 19.4 inches, which is about 48% of the normal entire season snowfall. So we're on pace for near to above normal snowfall. You can see the next chart, the winter wheat protected snow cover. You can see the temperatures in blue are the minimum temperatures for each day. The orange represents the snow depth, and then you can see how they correlate pretty good until you get snowpack, and then our temperatures hold up in the soils with that protective snow cover in place. And what we worry about is when we start to warm up, if we get our soil temperatures up around 50 for a few days, and then it gets sharply colder, that could give us some issues with the wheat. But again, we'll worry about that when it happens. So far, so good. If we look at the conditions around the area this morning, you can see very uniform temperatures. That generally means with snow cover on the ground during the winter that there must be a lot of clouds out there, and we got clouds of snow moving into the area. Again, a light snow pattern, but again, temperatures in the mid-teens. Our normal high is 27, the normal low is 11. 55 years ago on this date, we got down to 17 degrees below zero. If we look at the radar, you can see that snow rotating around the low pressure system in Wisconsin. That'll move through the Great Lakes over the next 24 hours. It'll be a slow mover. And if we look at the weather map, you can see that low pressure system that's going to be moving across south central Wisconsin. It'll move right across mid-Michigan, and it'll spread that light snowfall pattern through the area. And again, only by tomorrow, with the trough coming in behind it, it'll keep the snow showers going at least into the late morning, early afternoon hours. As far as quantitative precipitation over the next 7 days, you can see modest amounts of around about 3 to 5/10 of an inch across most of the area. Again, more closer to the lake, and that'll be mainly in the form of snow at about 20 to 1 snowfall ratios. Over the next 7 days, you can see where we could pick up about 3, 4, 5 inches of snow. Some of this may be in the form of some liquid precipitation as we get towards next weekend with that system. As far as snowfall over the next 72 hours, next 3 days, you can see about 2 to 4 inches across most of the area. Heavier amounts as you get again towards the Lake Michigan shoreline, especially down at the southern end, where they're going to eventually get a nice long fetch of north-northwest winds that's going to bring pretty good amount of snowfall to the areas like Michiana, Granger, and South Bend, Niles area, Three Rivers. Again, you'll pick up some enhanced snow off Lake Michigan, where there are actually winter storm watches, and we'll show you that in a moment. Now, for this upcoming weekend, probably Sunday, Monday as it looks right now, you can see the GFS, and has a good agreement with the European and the Canadian for a pretty significant snowstorm moving off in the upper Midwest, and it's something we're going to have to track very closely. It could easily shift, much like the last one did, and it would be generally lighter amounts or no snow at all for much of southern lower Michigan. Much of this is showing up as far as the next 72 hours. And you can see at that same time where the heavy snow's going on up into the UP, Wisconsin, Minnesota, we would be in the 40s. So we'll keep an eye on that storm. Right now it looks like we'd be on the warm side. As far as the forecast goes, highs today in the low 20s with about 1 to 3 inches of snow. Snow showers will continue into Tuesday. Again, the highs only in the low 20s. But we'll begin to moderate the rest of the week, slow warming trend as we get up above freezing by the time we get into Friday, with lots of sunshine over the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday time period. And then again, all eyes will be on the storm as we get deeper into next weekend. As far as weather watch this morning, you can see a large area of winter weather advisories for the light snow pattern across much of the Great Lakes. And again, very cold temperatures off to the west with wind chill advisories and wind chill warnings all the way from Iowa to Minnesota. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, a great work week, and 73s to all.